Hey, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well and welcome back. So, this is really kind of a interesting topic this morning. And I was going to do something last night, but I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and wait. So, a lot of you guys on here, you guys don't have the social media and stuff like that as far as those platforms. You just strictly, find out things here directly through YouTube. And according to some people, they have stated that Ryan hasn't been on YouTube. I don't know the dynamics behind that, but I will share with you guys what I actually witnessed in yesterday's live video. So, and before I get started, I want to remind people that this is always like the crappy end of the stick. Is you get people who they don't like somebody. I mean, it could be Ryan, it could be anybody. And the first thing that they do is they are in attack mode. They think that scenarios are funny. They like get off on it and stuff. Um, it's a real life matter, and it includes a child, it includes a family. It's a very unfortunate situation. So for these grifters out there, and people who are just pure speculating and making it into a joke, it's like, fuck, shame on you. Um, so basically, allegedly, Ryan was in town taking care of business and was at the bank and stuff of that nature. And he had allegedly had tried to call his girlfriend to see what the little one wanted for lunch. Because it's not out of the norm for Ryan to be in town and to bring his daughter, lunch home. So basically, allegedly, he could not reach her. She was not answering a phone, not responding back. So something, in my opinion, felt off. With Ryan, he probably knew, like, hey, this doesn't sound right. So something made him immediately go to the house. I don't think that it was because she wasn't answering the phone. I am guessing that it's a possibility that he could have checked his phone to possibly check cameras or something at the house, maybe realize that those cameras were off. Who knows? Because he did indeed immediately go straight to the house. He went straight to the house. And when he did so, there was a second live that had taken place or a clip or whatever. But if you caught that, he says something very, very interesting. He's talking, there's other people there with him. There's somebody in the background that's walking around like in the background and stuff, and then somebody else. But he says, look, they broke, and he went to go say something. So whoever was at that house broke something. I don't know if it was like what it was. Okay. However, then, all these people are coming out of the woodwork saying, well, hey, why don't you check your cameras? So that's what led me to believe and to think that maybe somebody possibly dismantled, the cameras, because it was also alleged that there was no vehicles that were missing from the home. Therefore, somebody more than likely had, picked up, the girlfriend and the daughter. And who knows at this point, because we've not had any clear clarification on, what had happened. So maybe it could have been a misunderstanding. Maybe, she did go, out with a family member or a friend and her phone died, or just, a number of things. Or there's some shady shit going on and she just pulled it, don't know. And don't really want to speculate, right? So basically, in that same video, when he says they broke, there was something outside the front door straight ahead. Something was broken. Then he looks down into the comments, asking if everyone was still there. This is when he's entering the front door of the home. And he looks down in the phone, and I don't know if he was reading the comments or if somebody in particular had commented. but he directly said deer door. Okay, like somebody had, commented or something. But here's what's really interesting, you guys, okay? So basically, right before he did the second video, second part to it, you got the fucking Ripta dude, okay? He's then on social media. He puts out this long freaking post stating that he hopes that they got away. And then goes into detail. This is where this person's a fucking idiot, okay? And this is where Ryan can use this to his advantage in court, okay? Because pay attention. What, in my opinion, what it seemed like, and there's screenshots out there, I'm sure, just like people screen recorded, Ryan's personal video that he put out. Well, there's screenshots of this stupid social media post that Dracula boy put out. Okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, a defense team, prosecuting team, whatever, they're going to look at this as this motherfucker is going to every extent and every length to try to blackmail Ryan. Because what I want to point out is he had stated in that basically if Ryan's girlfriend needed somebody to go to court, blah, 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 and all this stuff, that he could be a witness. And then is stupid enough to go into full detail and to claim that he allegedly has lots of videos and recordings of allegedly, fighting or whatever. But let me tell you guys something really quick. If anybody out there thinks that there is not, every relationship in this world has differences, has problems, okay? I mean, people are acting like this is like, oh my God, holy cow. No, dude, everybody has fucking problems, you guys. Come the fuck on, okay? Do you look around at your inner circle, y'all? And I want you guys to ask yourself a question. If you guys were close enough to a friend and you allowed them to mooch the fuck off of you and to live under your roof with your family and to trust them, and they literally fucking were like a bunch of damn bums that just got to live there for fucking free, and they're just doing some shady fucking shit, like, I don't know, stolen cell phones, passwords, and all these other alleged events and stuff. And then you have a disagreement with your old lady, and then all of a sudden, this motherfucker is secretly like hiding in the house and fucking recording and videotaping stuff. Let me tell you, that shows a pattern. That can show a court that this person has intent to use certain things for blackmail. Okay. Now, why would somebody have to use something for blackmail? That's a really good question, right? Okay, well, I want you guys to pay very close attention to a lot of factors. Pay very close attention to the fact that Ryan has unraveled a lot of bullshit, a lot of shit that has to do with these shady fucks. Okay. And what's really interesting is everything that he's unraveled, he's had receipts to kind of show and to back up. Hey, this doesn't make sense. This don't make sense. Okay. A lot of questionable things. And I want to remind people too, we're talking forging fucking accounts, social media accounts, fans purchasing things, believing and thinking that it's coming from Ryan. There's a lot of factors, but guess what? These people, they're not making social media posts about that. They're not responding to that. What they are responding to is a unfortunate private situation that is taking place that includes a child. Okay. I don't give two fucks about the girlfriend or what happened. Okay. That's least of my worries. What I am concerned about is that child. Okay. Especially for these fucks to have children. Okay. To have children and to know, the extent and seriousness of how that child needs to be protected and to have security. Okay. Given whose child she is. So if somebody is out there, just having like a little tit for tat, mad, has a hair up their ass, or, whatever. Or if there's certain people on the bad side who are going out of their way to help just to kind of try to stir the pot and to make a big mess, I mean, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay. I do worry, about Ryan's daughter. I think that there's evil people out there who they despise him and hate him so much that they would try to harm his family. And again, I don't know their situation at all. Okay. But I know well enough to know, come the fuck on. Everybody has problems in their fucking relationship. Everybody does. Okay. But I can tell you honestly, I strongly feel believe looking at Ryan's situation since that child has been born. Okay. I certainly feel and believe that that man has done a 180. Okay. And I think that he is an absolutely amazing father. And I think that he's proven that. That's that's been proven. Okay. I don't care if couples have disagreements and, fights and whatever. Okay. Like I said, wake up. Okay. That happens in all directions. If people say they don't, well, they do. So at the end of the day, we hope that, hey, they can put these differences aside and things will be okay. That's what we would want at the end of the day. But again, there are people on the other side who they don't want that. They want this to be like a full blown on, fight. They want to see Ryan do bad. They want to blame this on drugs. It's really fucked up, you guys. But here's my here's my advice for Dracula. Um, Jesus, you're making yourself look like a fucking idiot, dude. You're showing a fucking court that you are basically trying to blackmail somebody. Not very smart. Not very smart. So anyhow, I don't know. I want people to take into consideration um, what is at stake here, and that is a little child. Okay, this child did not do anything wrong. So for people to just laugh at this and stuff, it's not funny stuff. Come on, it's not funny. I'm more concerned and worried and questioning why in the hell the main population of haters and stuff are not asking about all these fucking punk people who used to gain off of Ryan. But no one thinks that they're pieces of shit. They just sit there and they think they're fucking okay because they don't like Ryan. Okay. That shows what kind of low standards that a lot of people have, honestly. But I am confident that whatever has taken place, Ryan is a very strong person. He will, rise from this. I want nothing but, good for him and his family. So hopefully things are good because, again, there's not been anything that's been released as far as yet that has indicated anything that, the guy was worried. And you got all these people who are like, oh my God, he's freaking out. Are you fucking serious? Like, he has every reason to freak out and think that his child was fucking possibly kidnapped. 1000%. I mean, you come home, you can't get a hold of somebody, their fucking cars are there and shit, and your kid's gone. I mean, given the bullshit and the haters that he has, that would be the first fucking guess I would have too. So then you have all these people who are acting like, he's crazy and all this shit for thinking that, man, people are just fucked up, you guys, honestly. But again, just a really sad situation. So all we can do is just pray. Pray that this is a good situation. And then just be respectful of them. When Ryan wants to talk about it or give, further details, I'm sure he absolutely will. But that's just the latest, and that's all that I know. And just some opinions that I had in the situation. But much love to all of you guys. Hey, Whoopton, Jesse, all of you guys. So much love to all of you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I would love to chat a little bit longer, but I have a meeting that I'm actually running 5 minutes behind schedule on. So maybe we'll pick back up later today on this topic. Okay. Especially if there's more stuff that, maybe possibly comes out. Okay. So again, so much love. to all you beautiful bitches, and we will talk again very soon.